In this video, we are going to see a numerical on design of belt conveyor system. Let us see what is the question. A belt conveyor is to be designed for the following requirements. Material given is coal. Capacity, which is denoted by Q, is 250 tons per hour. Length to be conveyed is 100 meter. Angle of inclination, which is del, given as 12 degree. Lump size, which is denoted by A, is given as 100 mm. Throwing angle, which is denoted by alpha, is given 20 degree. So we'll see the solution. Step number 1, determination of belt width and speed. Using empirical relation for belt width, B is equals to x dot A plus margin, where x is the factor which depends on categories. 3.3 for sized material such as bricks, 2.5 for ungraded material, 2 for unsized material. Here we are going to use 2 because it is not mentioned, so we will be considering it as unsized material. So putting the value of x as 2 and margin we will be putting as 200, 100 on each side. So we are assuming margin as 200. So we get the belt width as 400 mm. Now we will be checking this from design data book, page number 9.2. PSG is the design data book, page number 9.2. We will be checking for standard belt width. So the standard belt width, which is next to B equals to 400 mm, is B equals to 500 mm, for which the belt speed is 1.75 meter per second. Now checking for conveyor capacity. So from PSG page number 9.18, there is a formula for B minimum, which is equals to 1.11 in bracket, another bracket, Q upon rho CV, bracket close, 1 by 2 plus 0.05. B minimum is the standard width of belt which we have considered as 500 mm, so it is 0.5 meter. C is the factor for type of idler, 460 for throwing angle 20. Now ours is the throwing angle 20, so it is 460. Rho is equals to density of conveyed material. Now here you can see from PSG page 9.22 for conveyed material coal, you get the range of the value between 0.65 to 0.78 tons per meter cube. So the average of it is 0.71 tons per meter cube. So the density we are getting 0.71. So we know the value of B, we know the value of C, we know the value of rho. We will be putting it into the equation of B minimum. The unknown quantity is Q. So we will be getting the Q. So Q is a conveyor capacity which we get is 91.65 tons per hour. Here you can see is that which is less than the design conveyor capacity. Hence we cannot go with this value. So hence it's not okay. What we do is now is we will be increasing either belt width, either speed or either angle. But the better way is to increase the width of the belt B. Now how to increase the belt of the width? We will be considering again in the design data book standard belt width, which is the next standard belt width 650 mm. The velocity for it is 2 meter per second. Now putting this B and V into the formula of B minimum, this formula. So what you will get is again you will get the conveyor capacity Q. So putting the value of B 650 mm, velocity as 2 meter per second. Now you will be getting the value of Q. Here you can note Q is equals to 186.96 tons per hour, which is again less than the conveyor capacity to be designed. Hence it's not okay. So what we do is again select next standard width. Next standard width from design data book will be B, which is equals to 800 mm, and the velocity which will be or the speed will be 2.75 meter per second. So putting this B and V again into the formula for B minimum, putting that, you will be getting the unknown quantity which is Q, which is a conveyor capacity. Here Q which you will get is 404.38 tons per hour. Here you can see is that which is greater than design conveyor capacity, that is 250, hence OK. So now we can finalize with width of belt. So if we have finalized with width of belt B equals to 800 mm and speed of belt V equals to 2.75 meter per second. Step number 2, we are going to find the power required to drive the unit. Step by step we will see. First we are going to find W naught. What is W naught? W naught is resistance of the belt on the top run for conveying up. The value of W naught or the formula of W naught you will be getting from PSG page number 9.18. W naught equals to C1FL in bracket, in small bracket, GG plus GB bracket close cos delta plus GRO bracket close plus H in another bracket GG plus GB. Now let us see what these terms are. C1 is secondary resistance factor which is equals to 2.25. F is equals to friction factor between idler and belt which is given as 0.02 for standard conveyor. Now this term GG is weight of conveyed material per unit length. Now this term GG, weight of conveyed material per unit length, is given by the formula capacity Q upon 3.6 into V actual, which is a standard given by Alexandrov. We will be putting capacity is 250 and V actual, that is speed, is 2.75 for belt width 800 mm. So you get the value of GG as 25.25 kg force per meter. Next term is GB, which is weight of belt per meter length. Now you can see that this GB or weight of belt per meter length we can directly get from PSG page number 9.19 table 1 for belt width B equals to 800 mm. So you get the value as 12 kg force for belt width B equals to 800 mm. Next term is GRO, which is equals to weight of throwing idler on the top run per meter length. The next term is GRU, which is equals to weight of straight idler on the bottom run per meter length. So these are the terms GB, GRO, GRU, which I have explained. Now from PSG page number 9.19 table 4, we take the value of tube diameter and bearing diameter. Tube diameter equals to 125 mm, bearing diameter is equals to 25 mm. Now we will be finding out this term GRO. GRO, it is weight of trolling idler on the top run. In terms of spacing, now the value 1.5 you get, it is maximum spacing of for throwing idler, which is 1.5 you get from PHE 9.19 table 3. And this term GRO is equals to 23.1. This value for GRO you get from PHE 9.19 table 2. So the value of GRO you get by dividing the spacing, which is 1.5, then GRO which you get is 15.4 kg force per meter. Next term is GRU. You get this term by dividing by maximum spacing, which is 3. The maximum spacing for straight idler is equals to 3 meter. The term GRU equals to 13.7. This value we get from PSG 9.19 table 2. So dividing by maximum spacing 3, you get 4.57, which is kg force per meter. The next term H equals to height through which material is conveyed, which is in meter, which is equals to L sin del. Now L is a conveyed length which is 100, del is the angle which is 12 degree. So H equals to 20.8 meter. Now W naught, we have found out all the values of the term. We will be putting simply into the formula. Then you get the value of W naught as 1008.06 kg force plus, because it is conveying up. Next is the resistance of the belt on the bottom run. It is given by WU. WU is equals to CFL in bracket GB cos del plus GRU plus minus HGB, We have found all these value, just putting into that you will get WU. So net resistance to motor will give you the power required to drive the unit, that is P. So P equals to W0 plus WU. Putting the value, you get 831.94 kg force. Step number 3, number of plies and thickness of belt. Now we know that the formula for tension ratio T1 by T2 equals to E mu theta. We know that there are two pulleys, tail pulleys and head pulleys, and the tension acting on it is given by T1, T2, T4, T5. Okay, so the tension T1 by T2 is equals to E raised to mu theta. Mu is equals to coefficient of friction between belt and pulley. So mu, the value for it is 0.25. Theta is equals to contact angle or angle of lap of belt over pulley, which is 180 degree for both pulley, which can also be written as pi radians. Simply putting the value of mu, which is 0.25, and angle theta as pi, you get the ratio of T1 by T2. So T1 equals to 2.192 T2, equation 1. Now we know that power P can also be denoted by T1 minus T2. So power P, we know the value of power P, we have got 8319.4, which is equals to, putting the value of tension T1 in terms of T2, then you will get the T2 and T1. So this is T2 equals to 6979.38 Newton, T1 equals to 15298.8 Newton. Step number 4, which we will be finding out for traction element. What is traction element? Here I have shown you the upper part is denoted by top cover thickness TT, bottom part is known as bottom cover thickness TB, and in between you are having a ply thickness. So number of plies, small I equals to T1 upon B into F. This formula you get from PSG page number 9.18. Now we know the tension T1, the value we have found before also. We know the width, that is 800. Now this value F is equals to 0.54 kg force per mm. How you get this? You get this from PAG page number 9.21 table 5. But for which fabric? This is the fabric or the grade of the fabric 28 OZ. So for this grade you get the value of friction F equals to 0.54. Just putting the value, you get the value I equals to 3.54. Now I can't finalize I equals to 3.54 unless I know what is the I minimum and I maximum for fabric 28 OZ fabric belt. From PSG 9.21 table T4 we get I minimum and I maximum. I minimum is equals to 4, I maximum equals to 8 for belt width 800 mm. So I can find this value I minimum equals to 4 and my I or I which I get for plies is 3.4. So I is close to I minimum 4. So I can